Big Wavy Roy Johnson, eating and cheating, and it's all getting a bit much. Now, sorry to confuse and maybe concern, upset people. That's not my intention. Everything's all good in the Big Wavy hood. I'm happy. I'm healthy. Everything is going swimmingly in my life. Everything's good. Very happy. But I'm feeling slightly overwhelmed, and by that I mean I work from home. Work 9 to 5. Everything in terms of work's going good, getting all my work done or whatever. But then I look around my flat and there's so many things that need doing. There's bits of DIY that need doing. There's bits in my home gym of equipment that need putting together that's been outstanding for a while. I have a sink occasionally for the dishes. I have clothes that need washing, clothes that need ironing. I have merch that needs organising. I have a wrestling gear bag that needs organising. I have wrestling gear that needs washing. All sorts of stuff that's going on around my flat that needs doing. I have clothes that need to be stored away because it's no longer the season for them. I have bags of clothes that need to be donated to charity. I have a plank of wood for some reason that needs disposing of. All sorts of things going on in my flat that need doing. I got empty wine bottles that need recycling. I need wine bottles that need emptying and thrown away because they've not been drunk in years. Just so many things that need going on. And when I think back to when I first started working from home, it was not like this at all. I'll get my work done. Everything was nice and organised, and I had a very organised home life. And it just so happened that I was listening to a podcast the other day, and someone mentioned a dopamine detox. And I thought, yeah, I'm gonna try one of those. Now, I'm no scientist, and for me to explain what a dopamine detox is, I need to explain what dopamine is and the ways that we, or in this instance, how I get dopamine. So, dopamine essentially is a feel good chemical in our brain, it's a reward chemical, and that's really dumbing it down to a level that I would understand it. And as such, the ways that I get dopamine, going to the gym, eating, cooking, cleaning, doing chores, to-do lists, achieving something at work. Now, in doing a detox, it's a similar way to, I guess, a sugar detox, in that you can take out all artificial forms of sugar in your life, so things like chocolate, sweets, putting sugar in your tea and your coffee and that sort of thing. But, and this is my interpretation of a sugar detox, someone could probably correct me for being wrong, but in the sugar detox, you don't cut out things like fruit because they naturally occur in sugars. And I think, don't quote me on this, I don't want to be completely incorrect, but things like artificial sweeteners and zero sugar products, I think they're allowed. I'm not sure. But anyway, if I compare that and liken that to a dopamine detox, I'm going to remove all sorts of dopamine because that would be terrible. I want to focus on sources of dopamine that are good and healthy for me to have a happy and productive life. Not so helpful dopamine hits that we have as human beings. Alcohol, I don't really drink. Recreational drug use, I'm not interested in that. But ones that we all, and even in watching this is a dopamine hit. Social media, big one. And in terms of social media, I mean reading and intaking in social media, whether that be Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Scrolling incessantly through Instagram is one. Posting on social media is a big one, a massive one for me. Whichever your social media of choice is, whether it be YouTube, which you'll maybe watching this one, where maybe Twitter, where you've linked to this video from, or Facebook, everyone gets some sort of dopamine hit from notifications. You notice when you open Twitter, the first thing you look for is the little notifications thing, that little tab, and it's lit up in a certain way to trigger dopamine. Same with Facebook, same with Instagram. You see how Instagram you have a little red square with a heart in it, triggers dopamine. There's other ways of obtaining dopamine. Netflix. Binge watching series on Netflix is not a great way of obtaining dopamine. Watching television, video games, listening to music. I could go on. I could go on. But for me, I need to feel like I need to eliminate some of these from my life. If not, well, not permanently. I don't think I could do that permanently, but from an extended period of time to see how it will benefit my life. And what I've decided is I'm going to eliminate the following sources of dopamine from my life to see if it will actually result in me being more productive, um, more productive in my work life, more productive in my home life, be able to spend more quality time with my friends and my family, and essentially for me to just feel like I'm doing more, rather than chasing my tail and then things just not happening and not doing. You can probably see behind me I've got shoes that need sorting out, shoe boxes and stuff. But anyway, I digress. So I'm going to try this for a week and see how I get on. It may end up being longer. It may end up being considerably longer. Let's see how it goes. But for the moment, for the next week, I will be giving up Facebook, logging out of Facebook, logging out of Twitter. So if you see tweets from me in the next week or so, and this is going to be starting from the day that I release this video, you see any tweets from me in the next week or so, they'll be scheduled. So I do have things going on that I need to promote, still wrestling and that sort of thing. I will be giving up Instagram, and this is going to be a tricky one for me because I use Instagram quite a bit. I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is I go on Instagram because it wakes me up. Browsing through pictures and stuff wakes me up, and I get out of bed and I go about my day. And I don't really look at Instagram until I have to post something on there. And I like to post things relatively regularly to keep people engaged with my content and seeing my content, and I like to keep my grid looking nice and organised and pretty. And I always post on my stories when I'm working out in the gym and monitoring progress and stuff. So that's probably going to be quite difficult. But there's other ways for me to monitor my progress, especially in bodybuilding, taking pictures, and saving them for comparison and stuff. YouTube. I have become a massive YouTube user at the moment. I have YouTube Premium. My day-to-day usually starts with me sitting and keeping up with the bodybuilding media slash tabloid kind of content from the likes of Nick Trigili, Greg Doucette, and then people like Dave Palumbo, Simon Miller. Okay, I watch all his stuff. I wouldn't class him as bodybuilding tabloids or anything like that, or even media. He's just a guy who talks fitness and wrestling and stuff. And he's a friend, so I like to watch his stuff. But anyway, there's a large amount of content that I watch that I don't really think I need to watch, and I don't think it'll benefit in my life. The bodybuilding tabloid stuff, essentially, definitely not. So, like a lot of the bodybuilding and BS stuff, I'm probably gonna stop watching it for a bit. But also, I do concede there's actually a lot of educational stuff that really benefits me in terms of my training and learning about the sport, art, pageantry, whatever we can call it, of bodybuilding. And because I find it educational, there's some content that's going to be in there that I'm going to continue to watch. So things like training videos, just information around different relevant things about bodybuilding. But if it's gossipy, tabloidy, it's out. Netflix, out. Watching wrestling is out. Difficult one for me as a professional wrestler, but I don't watch it to learn anything anymore. I watch it just to entertainment, and that's unfortunately a form of dopamine. So that's out. Television in general is out. I don't watch a lot of it, but it's become part of my day-to-day routine. I go to the gym, I come back, have some food, I watch EastEnders, I watch a couple of things on TV, like just crap TV, and that's out. But the news will stay, so I will continue to watch the news. I need to know and keep abreast of what's going on in the world. And I'm cheekily lumping in with that the World Cup. The World Cup is, it's For the moment, it's what I would consider news. It's current affairs. I need to keep up with it. So I'll be watching the World Cup. I may not actually watch full games. I might just watch highlights because yeah. But anyway, World Cup and the news. So all TV's out apart from the World Cup and the news. No wrestling, no other television content. Music. I don't agree with the notion that music is a distraction or dopamine to that extent. I can't sit and work in silence, so I usually have something on YouTube on in the background or the news. So I think every so often I might listen to some music, and I have to listen to music in the gym anyway. Speaking of which, the gym's also staying obviously because I need to. That's a positive dopamine hit. Uh, my dietary wise, my diet that I have from my coach, I'm going to continue on and currently stick to it, but I'm going to strictly stick to it because I don't want the dopamine hit of having a free meal or a cheat meal or bumping up, the cereal I had post workout or bumping up some carbs that I like. I'm sticking religiously and strictly to the diet that my coach has prepared for me, and not trying to obtain dopamine from eating stuff outside of it. So no takeaways, no chocolate, no sweets. Obviously no alcohol. I don't drink anyway. That's that. No recreational drugs. Don't do that anyway. Um, no drinks other than water. So no fizzy soft drinks or anything like that. No gambling. Absolutely no gambling. I do like to have a flutter on the football, but that's no more. Cinema's allowed. I'm allowing myself to go to the cinema or to watch a movie because I don't think it's fair on my girlfriend for her to just sit around and watch me watch the news. But I don't see going to watch the cinema as something that's distracting, or going to the cinema or watching a movie, one movie at home as something that's distracting. It's actually quite appreciative of an art form. I don't class that in the same way as I do binging um, series on Netflix. So, in a nutshell, that's me explaining what I'm going to be doing for the next week or so. And I'll have content scheduled, edited, and uploaded that will go in between that. So when you see that, please note that that was recorded and uploaded and scheduled and whatever before I took part in this little mini experiment to see how I get on with it. So there will be an update to see how I got on with it. Obviously, I'm not going to do it forever, but it's an experiment. I want to see how I get on with it. Video games. I don't really play my PS5 as much as I should do. I might bang on the odd game of FIFA, which obviously FIFA is a massive one for dopamine hit and dopamine rush because when you score a goal on FIFA and it's on world class difficulty, you feel fantastic. So none of that. No FIFA, no PS5 in terms of gaming. What I do spend a lot of my time gaming, and this is something that's definitely something that's going to be beneficial to me. I have to cut it out a little bit. Is I play this game on my phone called Royal Match. I don't know if anyone's heard of it. I don't know how popular it is. I've seen people playing it out and about, what have you, but I play it a lot. And it's one of them games where you get a number of lives. So when I run out of lives, that's it. I just have to put my phone down and just resist the urge to buy credits and to to play. But you get like tournaments and such within the game where you get an hour worth of free life, and I will just sit there for an hour and play it straight. I'll ignore everything else that's going on in the world, television, phone, whatever I'm doing on, I'll just play it for an hour. What I used to do actually, and use that as my hour for cardio, which is beneficial. But anyway, no more raw match, and that's going to be the most difficult thing for me, I feel, to do within this challenge because it's been part of my day. I wake up, I go on the treadmill, I play raw match while I'm on the treadmill until my 5 lives run out, and then I request more lives, and when I get those 5 lives back, I play again, and I do that for the whole day. So get rid of that; it's gone. So yeah, I shall see you in a week or so to let you know how I'm doing. Hopefully, I'll be in a position where I would have got rid of these bags of clothes that I need to get rid of, got rid of the plank of wood, done my ironing, done my washing. The flat will be nice and spotless. There'll be no sink for the dishes. All my plates and stuff will be washed up. I'll be £250 at 3% body fat. No, that won't happen. But yeah, everything within my life will be a little bit more organized, and I'll feel a little bit less overwhelmed. Till next time.
Like, subscribe, comment for the algorithm. If you want to support me, you can get one of these lovely bits of merchandise from my big cartel. So I've still got some in stock, so get on that. If you're into wrestling and you want to see me wrestle, this is where I'm going to be in the next few weeks or so. Please come down, please come say hi. Please enjoy the show. Please buy my merch. Please buy colleagues' merch, other fellow wrestlers. Support us. We're working real hard. Until next time, keep eating, keep cheating.